So guys, it's been 6 days since the last drop of degradation here. By the way, good morning everyone, welcome back to another episode of Unplugged EV, sunny Australia. So 6 days. Okay, let's see what we have. Charge complete. I'm actually expecting another drop. No, hasn't dropped. That's the weird thing. It seems to be more stable now than before. Okay, so we've got a full charge here. 50 kilometers it shows me on the gasometer. And 42 as always here on the dog. So the dog calculates the last 50 trips, I heard, and average this one and shows it here on the gasometer in the app. While this one takes only the last 90 minutes or so of your last trip to predict the new range. So we have driven the first 1.3 kilometers now until the first crossing here. EV range on the GOM still 50 kilometers and here 42 kilometers. They both went down for 1 kilometer, but came up again when I started coasting towards the intersection here. And look at this traffic here on the highway. Zero. Yeah, and funny enough, people still want me to drive this car as a hybrid car here. And I don't know how. I don't know what to do to drive it as a hybrid car. I'm not going to not plug it in, because it's a plug-in hybrid. It's supposed to be plugged in every night and fully charged. And it drives the first 50 kilometers on electric. Unless you need more power, it starts the engine. Unless it's too cold outside, it starts the engine to warm up the water, support the heating. Apart from that, there's no reason to press any buttons, charge or save, or do anything else to start the engine. This is clearly not how the car is designed. It runs always on pure EV. You press the start button and it starts as an electric vehicle. Well, if the battery has enough charge, of course. This is not a hybrid car. Guys, many people forget this all the time. This is not a hybrid car. It is a plug-in hybrid car, which is totally different to a hybrid car. Super totally different world. And you can read these statements in the forums all the time and saying, oh, why do you care about all these figures and numbers and state of health and battery degradation? Just drive and enjoy the car. And they get many thumbs up for that statement. I mean, this is insane, really. Well, if you want to just drive the car without caring about anything, that's totally fine. Look, good on you. If you don't care, that's fine. But why do you watch my videos about the battery degradation, and why are you on these forums and making such silly statements if you don't care? If you are careless and don't bother about anything related to the battery issue, why would you bother hanging out on these forums? But thankfully this is not the majority of people. Most of the people know about the battery degradation issue in the car, the software degradation issue, and they care about and they try to solve this problem in their country now. And after driven exactly 15 kilometers, the GOM here went down 11 kilometers and here 18 kilometers. So neither of the predictions is correct. Just enjoy and drive, right? Mitsubishi Norway is not going to do shit about the cars as long as they are over 26 ampere hours, 70%. A message from Mitsubishi UK. As all the return figures for your vehicle are within Mitsubishi's acceptable levels and shown that your vehicle must fall below the 70% figure, which is 26.6 ampere hours, before any further action would be required, we are not in a position to carry out any further repair. Outlander PHEV warranty in Canada. 10 years or 160,000 kilometers. The predicted EV range as advertised is 35 kilometers. All claims so far in Canada have been declined. Mitsubishi Canada is telling their dealers everything is fine. Well guys, yeah, and this is basically what we... As long as the car runs within the specifications, there's not much you can do, there's nothing to claim. If you don't have a degradation warranty on your battery in your country, you can only wait until the car goes significantly below the advertised range to make a successful claim. Even the brand new Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV 2019 gets rejected in Norway because they are saying the car runs within specifications, you still get your 51 kilometers out of it, and the battery is not below 70% state of health. There is nothing they can claim, nothing, zero. It's pretty worthless to ask your dealer to carry out the triple procedure on your car because they don't know what it is. This is just a term we came up with. And obviously the triple procedure is not the vaccine or the cure we all hope for. Well, and if you bought the car despite knowing about the battery warranty terms and conditions in your country, you basically took your own personal risk, put your money down on a fairly expensive car, knowing there is a problem with the battery degradation. You should have read the terms and conditions and your battery warranty statements of this car in your country. Well, at least this is what people get told. And if you read the comments on some of my videos, it is insane. It is insane. There's no help, there's no assistance, there's no further development in the whole battery degradation situation anywhere in this world. And they won't fix it. They won't fix it. If not, a lot of people are complaining about this. They will not fix that. They are dealing with your complaints on an individual base. And they can easily fob you off saying the car runs within specs, there's no problem at all. Push you back to the dealer and they say, look, we are advised from the headquarter that everything is fine. There's no fault in any cells. There's no dashboard light coming up. There's no error code in your car. Nothing like this. And of course there isn't, because it's not a fault in a technical terms. It's not a fault in a technical term. It's a fault of degradation, of slow degradation over time. And alone in the last 2 weeks, I had several people stating that they are not going ahead with buying the Outlander PHEV due to the ongoing issue with the battery or the BMU. So Mitsubishi is already losing sales on these cars, but obviously this is not affecting their overall sales. Of course it leaves a stain, it leaves a bad reputation for their brand. But obviously nobody is taking this into account because they are just keep going, and many people have commented on my last couple of videos. Nobody is really convinced that something is going to happen in terms of this battery degradation issue at all. And some are saying, look Andy, this degradation what you are seeing on the PHEV Watchdog now, this is the normal degradation the battery has. This is exactly what you explained to us, because the battery is brand new and it will degrade a little bit faster at the beginning, but then tapers off. And this is exactly what you see on your Watchdog. You told us about it. Well guys, it's unfortunately not that initial degradation we see on the Watchdog. The BMU in the car is not able to see any real degradation of the battery. It calculates degradation, it estimates degradation, but it's not able to determine any degradation. It's not measuring and taking parameters into account to make these assumptions and estimations. So it's not like the software can actually determine and compare the state of health of the battery from previous times to now. and make assumptions of the health of the battery. That's not how it works. The BMU in these cars is super dumb. It is super dumb. It calculates the state of health of your battery based on cycle and time calculations. So it seems like at the moment we are a little bit stuck. I have to wait for Mitsubishi coming back to me next week with a direction where we go with my car, with the cars here in Australia. And for everyone else in the world, I can only advise to talk to your dealer first. If they don't want to play the game and measure your battery, talk to Mitsubishi or in your country directly, and of course get together, make it organized, so they cannot deal with these cases in an individual base anymore. They have to take you as a group and deal with the whole problem rather than with individual cases. So guys, I can only advise you, don't give up, get together, make this big, make this bigger, so Mitsubishi cannot ignore you anymore. Andy. Oh, look at how dirty my door is inside. Shh. Hi Andy, we have been waiting, wanting to meet you for a long time. We have watching YouTube videos on Plug TV. We've just bought a PHEV 2019 Outlander. I think we would accustomed to have asked for a triple procedure on the showroom floor. The procedure was done. We want to tell you more. My name is Peter. My phone number is. I would love to hear from you. So, thank you for. Hey guys, I got some real fan mail. Thanks, Peter. I'll call you back when I'm home. Hello, Peter. This is Andy. How are you? Yes, it's me. I'm real. Good. Yeah, I found your love letter. Thanks for that. my first fan mail. That's good. Interesting conversation with Peter. Just he's one of my followers on YouTube. He knows all my videos. I mean, I haven't seen all my videos, and he's got a brand new 2019 Outlander PHEV here in Australia, which is in fact the 2018 model. It's just a little bit modified. So he wanted the triple procedure being done before he picks it up and pays for it. And they of course didn't know what the triple procedure is, so they rang the regional office here in Brisbane, which have done a couple of cars already, and one of the guys came over and showed the dealership what to do to get this triple procedure done. And obviously he got a printout of the MUD device, and he can't make sense out of all these numbers and figures. So I get him to send something over for me to have a look at, if this is a MUD printout or not. Yeah, well, he thought it might be interesting for me and for you guys, of course, in terms of, because this is a brand new car which got the triple procedure being carried out before it actually left the showroom. It is kind of interesting, but on the other hand we know what will happen, because the triple procedure is not as powerful and useful, and it's not the cure we are looking for apparently. So I'm still keen to see these results of his MUD device, if it shows the 40 ampere hours and everything in there. Well, interesting afternoon, I would say. So yeah, let's see what he sends through. So guys, Peter was just so kind to send me some of the MUD log files he got copied from his dealer. And when we have a look, no, that's the wrong one. I think this is the one here. Yep, that's the one. And if we have a look under number 18, battery current capacity, it says 39.5 ampere hours. So I'm not sure what happened here. So this is the state of health, the actual MUD device printed on this report. And as usual, the camera battery died, so I keep making this video on my mobile phone now. So I'm not 100% sure why the actual state of health only shows 39.5 ampere hours and not 40. Because he said he urged the dealer to do the triple procedure, and someone came from the regional office especially to the dealership and showed them how to do it. But it doesn't show 40 ampere hours, it shows 39.5 ampere hours. So I'm not 100% sure what is going on there, and we need to wait until he gets the dog and can read out all the battery condition cards and see what the DB cam actually says. So until then, we can just speculate as always. Anyway, thanks Peter for getting in contact with me, putting this love letter onto my car, and it was nice talking to you, and hopefully you keep us up to date what's going on with your car. Because guys, this is the first ever production car from Mitsubishi leaving the dealer with the triple procedure being carried out. I'm not sure if this is good or bad. Time will tell, as always. Okay guys, so far this update for today. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for your support. This is Andy from Unplugged TV Australia, signing off. You stay charged, and we will see you soon in the next video. Okay, see you then, bye bye.